Welcome back to Get Outside St. Tammany, and we're back to talk more hunting with Senior Agent Joel Crump from the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. And we just finished wrapping up turkey hunting. Now we're really just talking about hunting in general and some of the requirements to get licensed and be legal and do all the things that you're supposed to do. So, I guess it's one thing to get licensed. It's another thing to actually go out and know what you're doing.
That's correct.
And being safe. So why do I need hunter education?
Well, hunter education is a good program. It familiarizes you with, maybe laws of your area, species identification, sex identification of different animals, familiarization with your firearms, runs you through different scenarios, when to shoot, when not to shoot, knowing what's beyond your target. So it's really a refresher course, for the experienced hunter, and it's a learning course for the unexperienced hunter, someone that's just beginning, a child, or someone that's just getting into the sport. So very good program, and they're free of charge. They give them all over the state all the time. Like I said, doesn't cost you any money. But in order to have a license, anybody that was born after September 1st of 1969 has to complete a certified hunter ed course. There is a couple of exemptions. Post-certified law enforcement can get an exemption from the department, and also members of our armed forces can get an exemption. They have to get that exemption in writing from our department. And you can also get an exemption if you haven't completed the course, but it will say exempt on your licenses. And what that means is you haven't taken the course, but you can hunt as long as you hunt with somebody who, one, was born before September 1st of '69, or has hunter education, or is licensed outside of the hunter education requirements. But you have to be in voice and sight contact with those persons that you're supervising per se.
You mentioned the seasoned hunter maybe taking refresher courses. Do y'all see that often? People
we do. A lot of the people that take the course who are older than their teens or something like that, they're taking the course with their child. So they, maybe mom or dad doesn't hunt, but the, son or daughter does. They're trying to familiarize themselves with what the child's getting into as well, but they're also getting certified in the mix, so it's a good thing.
It's maybe a silly question, but does this have anything to do with hunting laws? Would you learn about
They do.
The laws
there is
of
a
the
section
state?
of it that covers, different laws, for the state that you're in. All wildlife agents are instructors, so we tend to cover a lot about laws because that's what we deal with every day. So there is a good section of it about laws, but it's just safety in general.
Mm-hmm.
What to do when you're crossing fences, what to do when you're climbing in your tree stand. When you're coming up to a road and you have to cross the road. Just different things that to keep everybody safe and to come home at night.
Right. Really, what I was getting at is, and those things you just mentioned really are never going to change. But is there anything that might change in the tone of the course that where again the seasoned veteran really should attend a course every so often?
They do update the manuals quite often. To apprise the people of different law changes that I'm not going to say all law changes are going to be talked about, but the biggest majority of them will be.
All right. Who can participate in these courses?
Anyone can participate, but persons 10 years of age or older are the only ones that can be certified, that actually get a certificate of completion.
Do you actually have people that bring 8 and 9-year-olds?
We do, and some of those poor little guys get a little upset when they realize they're going to have to come back next year or the year after to get certified, but they do bring them.
I would think the parents probably get upset as well. You said it was free, is that right?
It is free. There's hundreds of volunteers all over the state that teach these courses. There's several a month in just about every parish that you want to go to.
What kind? You mentioned you guys teach it. Can the average citizen that has X number of hours in hunting teach?
Yes, there is an instructor course. You have to go and pass the instructor course in order to be a certified instructor. But yes, if anyone wanted to go be an instructor, they could certainly do so.
What are some of the qualifications again of the citizenry? I'm not saying that word right, but an average citizen that broadly that they would have to do to. What qualifications do they have if I'm sitting in that class? But they have to take a course. They
Yes,
have to.
I mean, there is a course, and I think the course is 2 days. You know, I think it's a 16-hour course for the instructors. And actually, the hunter education course itself is 2 days. You know, most of them on Saturday and Sunday, or Friday and Saturday. So it's a lot of hands-on activities too. I mean, they get to shoot the guns, familiarize themselves with different guns, you know, different types of ammo, you know, matching the ammo with the correct firearm and vice versa. So, good course, and it is a requirement. So,
how do I find out where I can go and who's you know, where do I go to get that?
well, you can start by calling your local, you know, Wildlife and Fisheries office. We have one close here to Hammond, and we have one in New Orleans. You can call them, or you know, probably the best way would be check our website. There's a link on there for hunter education, and it gives you all the courses throughout the state.
Do you, kind of a silly question, is there a certificate that comes with this that has to be provided?
Upon completion of the class, and you know, as long as you pass the test, which most everybody does, you'll get a little, you know, a duplicate copy until your hunter education card comes in the mail.
Got it. And how do I go about registering? Same thing, go to the website or call?
Some of the classes you don't have to register to. They're, you know, first come, first serve. A lot of them have started registering, you know, because there's limited seating in, you know, whatever locale they have them at. So, but there's links to register on the website. You know, you click on the course that you would like your child or you to attend, and all the registration information is there for you.
Is there any particular day, or are they going on all throughout the week, or morning, night?
Most of the time they're on weekends. You might find a few during the weekdays, you know, maybe 2 or 3 evenings in a row, but then you have to worry about scheduling a field day, you know, and that's when you go the hands-on portion with the firearms.
Okay. Any other broad information about education and the importance of it, and the fact you have to have it?
Yeah, it's very important. You know, we're fortunate in this state not to have a bunch of hunting accidents, and I think there's a lot of it is due to our hunter education requirements, as with most other states. So it's very important.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add about turkeys or hunting safety in general?
No, just be safe and good luck.